I'm Cheryl Murphy.
And we're the Murphys.
A little bit about us, since most of you probably know us who are watching, some of you may not. We are small business owners in Pensacola, Florida, who do photography for real estate, boats, small businesses, web commercials for various different industries, nonprofits.
Commercial work, nonprofits, any volunteer organizations. However, we feel like since we kind of had the epiphany of wanting to be more active and pushing ourselves, there's just so much knowledge out there, and when we can connect with more and more people, it's just helped us grow and grow, not business wise, but grow personally, and that's been phenomenal. So, Cheryl and I were talking last week, and breakfast is our thing. Like, well, that is when we connect.
Totally.
And that even when we go on vacation, we don't go out to a fancy dinner. We go to a big breakfast. Like, that's all right.
Hole in the wall places, local diners. Love them.
Yeah, I don't want a chain. I want authentic. But business wise, it's the time in the morning after we walk. We're back. The boys off to school. We're able to connect and. What's going on through the day? What are you listening to? Did you hear anything yesterday if we're not able to connect and have that time together? And it's just been a really good time, and we always share so much back and forth, and I know I've taken a lot away from our conversations.
A lot. Those are my favorite times of the day.
Oh. And so we thought last week, I came back from a really cool networking event, weekly networking meeting I attend, and I was in a really good energy. I was in a really excited place. Where were you at, Cheryl?
I was not in a good place.
Not really?
Yeah, because I was not in a good place the night before, and then what happened that morning, I don't know, there was some energy or something, and I was just felt like I was flailing, and I just needed to talk some stuff out, and just got honest with some thoughts that were not in the direction where I was intending to go, and things, you gotta pivot. You gotta pivot.
we had just talked about the concept of pivot. We had heard it on a podcast, EO Fire, Johnny Lee Dumas, love that one. But the concept of pivot, one of his guests was talking about you've got your core foot always planted. What is that one thing that no matter what, I can fall back on it?
Yeah.
But you got to be able to shift. You got to be able to pivot and move.
Yeah.
And understand that not everything is going to always work out with the perfect plan. And you can plan it to the nth degree, I think is the term.
And over planning it to the nth degree to where you talk yourself out of it and second guess everything. Thus, we had that discussion last Thursday. And breakfast with Ben and Cheryl was conceived, I suppose.
Well,
and here it is Tuesday, less than a week. Not prepared, not planning, not just doing, just taking some action.
But it felt right.
It did. It felt so right.
And I think the one thing that they should know is that, and I'm sure everybody's had this experience, whether it's in their business, in their life, what's some sort of goal. You start it, you hit a little bit of a road bump, and all right. Yeah. Well, I need to get a new piece of equipment, or I need to take a new class. I need to read this book before I can. Always trying to get something.
Yep, trying to prepare yourself to be the best you can be, to put your best self out there, and it's just. I was talking with a friend last week, and no matter how much you plan or try to prepare yourself for taking the next step, taking a leap of faith, or planning something, or trying to prepare yourself for something that's not so good. You're never prepared. Never. But you can be strong enough to get through it. And you can build yourself up and have the little sayings and learn those things. And those are the things that we've learned over the last 5 years to help pull ourselves out of
when you're in that down spot, when it helps to hear it from other people that are in that same I mean, you're surrounded by, okay, I'm not the only one.
Yes.
One thing that you said to me last night, I think it was, that is, if you're doing something and everything goes perfect, then you waited too long to do it.
Yep.
I was talking to a friend, a colleague of mine, and he was talking about every time he shoots a project, he's like, well, this time I learned something that I didn't know. This is the first time I shot, and that's exactly it.
Yeah.
Every time you do it, you learn something new. It's not a matter of, I know every setting, I know every configuration, I know every setting. In anybody's industry, there's always some sort of variable, and you can't sit around and wait forever to be prepared. Nope. So action.
Take action.
Yes. So that's our theme. We're kind of notorious for coming up with these ideas, brainstorming. Cheryl is a visionary.
So many ideas.
She likes big picture, and I'm not a big picture guy. I need that day to day. I need my checklist, my honey-do list, and I'm okay with that.
Checklists.
Oh, checking them off.
They freak me out. I just don't like it. But I can talk about big picture and all the big plans that are going to take to get us there.
You're freaking me out.
And that's why we work together.
But taking action that's the thing, and that's what we want to do today. So here we are, sitting at our dining room table. We went and picked up a microphone. We've been talking about buying a microphone for 3 weeks.
Yeah, it's probably been it's been about a month, probably. Because this originally started out to just be separate, and we do our own things, and podcast and webinars, and it's just kind of shifted a little bit, pivot. And this is where we are.
Yeah, and
so we're doing this.
And that's funny you actually bring that up, because I had on my goals for 2016 was I wanted to start a podcast.
Yeah.
Actually, in my revised goals, got to make sure I hit them twice a year, because that was kind of cool. So I'm updated. However, but I wanted to start a podcast, and I was I got to do my research. I got to find my avatar. What topics am I going to? I got to find guests. I need a studio location. Well, then I'm going to have to worry about transcript and audio and getting it uploaded. That's going to take way too much.
And then who are you?
Oh, God.
That was my struggle.
Yeah.
What makes me credible enough for y'all to listen or to learn or anything like that?
Full disclosure, when you were walking around trying to figure out who you were, how did that go?
Who am I? I was being really serious, but I have to be a little bit funny to take the edge off. Otherwise, I don't want to go down deep in those weeds.
We're not going there. No. We don't have time for that today. Action.
Just take action.
That's it.
You just got to do it.
There's a Facebook video trending around right now. Steve Harvey's Jump.
Oh, yes.
That's...
I shared that with a few people. I shared it this morning on my Facebook page.
We'll make sure to put it up on MurphyWerx page as well. But it's fantastic. It's a great short little motivational thing, and it's so true. I'm not going to give it away because I want you guys to go watch it and then tell me what you thought. But it's great, and it's those kind of things that I find help my day, and I need that energy in the day. I need to connect. I'm a little bit of an introvert in the terms of I like to have my quiet time and decompress after work, as most anybody does, depending on how you do that. But I need to feed off that energy. I need to be around positive people, getting that positive feedback, hearing those quips. Yeah, I said it, Mom.
He called you out. But it is true. Like, I have a friend who gets hesitant about taking further steps or pushing herself outside of her comfort zone, and she tells herself these little quips in her head, and she'll be like, oh, Cheryl would hate this. But that's good because I'm in her head. And that's helping her overcome some things. And like, okay, I can do it. Just at least be an accountability buddy, kind of accountability buddies. I love those.
I do want to give a shout out. We got the live stream coming up on the iPad. I wasn't being distracted or texting and driving.
Yes.
No, I'm driving. But I do want to give a shout out. Good morning, Realty Masters of Florida. Good morning. I hope you guys are doing well. But it's and having accountability, and we won't even get into working together, husband and wife.
Dude, that's a whole. That's going to be a few shows. So if you want to know about how we work together as a couple, tips, things to overcome those kind of days,
the conversations we have. I mean, it's 2016. You're going to go figure this stuff out online. Yeah. You're going to Google it, but I figure if you can get it here in 10 minutes in your morning coffee, then
life hacks.
How
to get there quicker, like overcome it. It's just talking, really.
It really is
communication. Get out of your head. That's
it. But it takes that confidence to get out of your head.
It does. It takes the courage to get out of your head to build the confidence. I know. Like,
I think there's a pie or a flow chart for that somewhere.
Mind maps. Anyway, we would
happy to have breakfast with you as well, Realty Masters. I hope that you are having coffee as well.
So we would really love to hear from you, the people who are tuning in, what you are having struggles with, whether it be wanting to start your own business or taking that next step. You're working a 9-to-5 and you need to have that motivation to start something on the side, because that's kind of where we started. Like I started doing marketing on the side, and then I worked that into a job, and then started our own business. And
even running our business, when we started our business, we ran our business 8 to 5.
Yeah.
And I can tell you how well we were not doing. But you have to have that. But what is that drive? And connecting and finding your tribe.
Right. Got to find that tribe.
Good morning, Kay Rushing. Good morning. Good to see you as well. But taking action. That's my action.
And speaking of Kay Rushing, Christine Rushing, she's my mentor. I suggest finding a mentor. That helps. That life hacking thing, totally legit. Find somebody who you emulate or you love, you look up to. It's somewhere where you see yourself in your future self, and connect with them. Invite them for coffee. Invite them for lunch. It's kind of intimidating to do, but most of the time, if they're successful people and they're eager to help others that are just as excited to be successful as they are. Yep. And they're always willing to help. So take that chance, take that step out and ask somebody to coffee. Ask a mentor, potential mentor. Ask somebody to be a mentor.
I like what Meg Rich wrote right here. Dig deep for the hustle.
Yes.
That's right. So find that motivation, and like Cheryl was saying, it's difficult to reach out there and do we get coffee? But it's invaluable to have that person to be able to talk to have that sounding board, the one that helps you get those answers. Those answers are usually there, but they just help you find them. Mm-hmm. So I think we're cruising along here, Cheryl.
Yes, we are cruising past some time. We are just right on.
All right, so thank you so much for tuning in for the first Breakfast with Ben and Cheryl. Yes. I'm not trying to cut it short by any means, but
not at all.
These guys got to get off to work, start the day.
Leave us comments down below what you think of the show, what you would like to hear, how often you would like to hear us. We're thinking about once a week, maybe twice a week.
What are you doing?
We might do an evening show for the second show for the week. I don't know. Unprepared. Don't know. So let us know what you think about those ideas. We're here to help you.
That's right. Stay in touch. Like us, subscribe on YouTube.
Yes.
Make sure you also like us on Facebook. We'll be posting up the video as well as an audio transcript, and any links or podcasts that we reference. We're also going to be putting those on our website with links, so you guys can go check them out. Make it easy to buy. All that good stuff. So. Thank you so much. This was so fun.
It was so fun.
I'm kind of sad that it's only once a week right now. So hopefully we'll get some love. You guys have a great rest of the week. Thank you so much for spending your time with Ben and Cheryl in the morning.
Shout out to Meg Burke. Love you. You're an inspiration to us too.
That's right. You're a superstar, rock star. Man, I'm feeling the energy.
I'm so pumped. I'm ready to start our day.
Gonna go crush it. All right, guys. You guys have a great rest of the day, and we will see you next week.